Hello, everybody. Welcome to the EOS Hot Sauce, episode number 150. I hope that you're having an awesome day and you're ready for some amazing news about EOS. I'm your host, Dan Singjoy, and we have some very exciting topics to share with you today. So let's go. First, we'll discuss the Chintai, first we'll discuss the new license that Chintai has secured with the Monetary Authority of Singapore, and then the first tokenized worldwide pre-IPO on the European Digital Assets Exchange, EOS Recover from the Recovery Plus team, Eden Chief Delegate meetings, the top blockchain games in the world on EOS VM, the weekly Mandel upgrade meetings, the weekly EOSIO Coalition meetings, and the EOS Community Fireside Chat. So, cool. First topic that we have today is the Chintai securing the license with the Monetary Authority of Singapore. So Chintai is an EOS-based fintech company that helps modernize capital markets, and they announced this recent approval with the Singaporean Authority, which is a leading financial regulator in Asia, and that also helps set the example for regulations all around the world. They have a very beautiful website here and a great video that sums it up, and also a very well-designed website where you can learn more. Chintai has been building with EOS since 2018 or 2019, and they're a very highly respected team in the EOS community. And they've been working to secure this license for the past couple of years as well. So this is a really big milestone for Chintai, EOS, EOSIO, and all communities and companies that want to tokenize assets, which is very helpful, tokenize assets on the blockchain. So this license will help enable Chintai to offer their services for many companies, from the smallest startup companies to the biggest companies in the world, in a compliant manner, and essentially open up the platform to companies that want to tokenize assets like tokenized real estate, security, private equity, and all sorts of different helpful digital assets. Chintai enables companies to become their own market operator with a comprehensive solution based with EOS and EOSIO that kind of helps every kind of digital asset service that companies could want, or at least many. So they do white label issuance, which you can learn about here on, once again, their very cool art and design website. So the white label issuance basically enables company to rapidly issue tokens for a wide variety of assets like company equity and real estate, and unlock fundraising potential, new revenue streams, and get like massive increases in efficiency and liquidity and security, flexibility, composability, of course, due to the power of EOS and EOSIO. And it just makes, well, it doesn't just, but it makes markets more efficient and more optimized for everybody. And white label meaning that companies can integrate Chintai services seamlessly with their own branding. So that's very helpful. And in addition to the white label issuance of tokens, Chintai also offers white label secondary market solutions with a high performance trading engine and instant liquidity provision with AMMs, automated market making. So that enables, once companies make tokens that are digitized, then people can trade it instantly with liquidity, which is very helpful, of course. And also the marketplaces come with automated compliance. So Chintai uses Sentinel proprietary AI software to automate transaction monitoring and reporting. So this makes it so that all of like the corporate expenses with like all the paperwork and stuff like that makes it way more efficient and way more easy for companies to make tokens with EOS in a compliant way, which is of course very important for institutions and companies. And now with the license from the Monetary Authority of Singapore, all this can be in compliance with the leading financial regulator in the world. And it greatly helps companies modernize in the digital era with the power of tokenization and enjoy the immense benefits of EOS and EOSIO. So you can learn a lot more about this. There's so much more to learn about Chintai. They've been doing really great work for a long time. You can check out the tweet and the article on Yahoo where they talk more about this license with Singapore. There's also a great interview, or well, it's more of a discussion panel with the Singapore FinTech Association with David Packham, who's the founder of Chintai, and Leon, who is working with Chintai with Greenium X, and the Singapore Association. There's also great interviews with the EOS community, Brendan Lovejoy, who's with the ENF now. So those are excellent. And you can also check out some clients that are working with Chintai already and benefiting from Chintai services to help planet Earth and to help establish a more healthy environment for all of us, for everybody in the world. So there's Just Carbon, which is a really cool project, looks like, and Greenium X as well. And there's lots more projects and clients that they're working with. And I'm excited to see Chintai working with these great companies to help improve the world and help share the benefits of EOS. And it's really great to see this new development that has come with the license with the Singapore Monetary Authority. So awesome to see. And also, speaking of tokenization services that are empowering people to modernize markets and improve the world with the benefits of EOS, we also have some more big news this week too. And hello, everybody. Hopefully you're doing well. I see lots of excitement in the chat. Great to see. And thank you for the enthusiasm. Awesome. So yeah, the world's first tokenized pre-IPO on the European Digital Assets Exchange. So the European Digital Assets Exchange, or the EDSX, has been building on EOS for the past couple of years now, and it enables the trading of asset-based tokens and security tokens and cryptocurrencies and utility tokens and hybrid tokens, NFTs, and basically enable investors to easily discover investment opportunities and then trade all these assets and do lots of different things with them with the power of EOS. It's backed real time on EOS with smart contracts, and of course, it benefits from the security, liquidity, composability, programmability, efficiency of EOS in a similar way to how Chintai clients benefit from these as well. So this week, the European Digital Assets Exchange shared some big news that's very exciting. The first worldwide tokenized pre-IPO on the EDSX, which will enable investors to invest in large companies. I mean, this kind of pre-IPO will enable investors to invest in large public companies before IPOs, initial public offerings, with EOS. So that's very helpful and very cool to see big companies listing with EOS and securitized assets on EOS. The company that's being listed on the first pre-IPO is called HCS Pharma. It's a French biotech company with an independent valuation of 200 million euros, and they're owning and building technology to recreate in vitro organs and become a market leader in drug discovery and cell discovery, or cell therapy and cultivated meat. So some interesting medical and technological developments here. The account for HCS Pharma is already active on the EOS blockchain with many transactions. And yeah, it's great to see companies like massive companies like HCS Pharma and the European Digital Assets Exchange empowering companies with the benefits of EOS and modernizing businesses. You can learn a lot more about the European Digital Assets Exchange and all of these and all of their developments and all their progress. Links in the description. There's also some tweets here from they're talking about more about it. We went with an interview with Maro, who is the CEO of the European Digital Assets Exchange. He's done a few interviews lately, so you can check these out and learn more. And yeah, I'm excited to see with both Chintai and the EDSX and all these companies building with EOS and tokenizing securities and all kinds of digital assets and trading with all the benefits of EOS. So that is super cool and super exciting, and I love to see it. Next topic that we have today is Recover Plus. So last week, the Recover Plus team released a new website with a soft launch at eosrecover.com. The Recover Plus is a cybersecurity portal funded by the EOS Network Foundation. This has been developed for several months now since a previous hack happened last year, and there's a lot of great teams working on this too. The website provides an emergency response platform to help quickly recover and prevent and resolve exploits or hacks in the case of when emergencies happen. Hopefully they never happen, but it's good to have a backup plan when things do go wrong. And it provides EOS community members with information about EOS projects and hacking incidents. And it's a very well designed site that shows how it works. It also, this page shows how it works, and it provides a great introduction that has a frequently answered question and so forth, where you can learn more. And yeah, it's great to see it so well organized. And then there's also a page where you can learn more about projects. So right now there's 5 different projects that are working with or in the initiative for Recovery Plus. And these projects are Organics, Start Wallet, Pizza, OBS Swap, and DeFi Box. These are some of the biggest DeFi applications and most successful DeFi applications that have lots of TVL, over $50 million with the TVL, and are providing a lot of helpful services to help people earn yield and engineer financial outcomes and grow wealth and so forth. So some very helpful projects. The team is, or rather the project for Recover Plus is mostly being led by the Pizza team, who have lending product and swap products and so forth on EOS, and also DeFi Box is also in the program too, which is a very helpful application on EOS. So yeah, it's really cool. or it's really helpful rather. I mean, it's cool, but more so it's helpful that it provides users and like applications with tools to help recover assets. And there's also an upcoming bounty program that isn't live yet, but it's detailed on the website, where hackers can submit DeFi vulnerabilities where there might be exploits and protect users from malicious attacks and earn income by doing so, get paid by doing so. So that is very helpful. And then there's also lots of other exciting and helpful developments here too. This has been really well thought out, this whole Recovery Plus thing. So during the Fireside Chat this week, there's a couple of interesting points. One point was that there might be a requirement that participating apps in the Yield Plus initiative may need to participate in the Recover Plus initiative as well. So high yielding apps will also become more secure, so people can earn more and also have more security on EOS and safety for their funds. And then the Recover Plus team will also be deploying a new testnet where they run fire drills every month so that participants in Recovery Plus can go through the recovery process as if a real exploit happened every month to practice, and so that if anything happens, that they'll be very prepared. And then there's also an upcoming Recovery Plus committee with members of a variety of teams, including, I think, Eden. So, and then also technical expertise, community expertise, block production, and smart contract expertise, so that if there's ever a hack, then there'll be lots of people with a variety of skill sets and people who have been practiced to know how to solve it and how to resolve it, to fix exploits before they get too bad or prevent exploits from happening and so forth, to help make EOS more secure and safe and helpful for all. So that's great to see, and I'm very thankful for this with this development. And yeah, I'm looking forward to see more development. The site just launched with a software launch. I'm looking forward to seeing more developments from the EOS Recover platform. So really cool. And also speaking of Eden with the upcoming potential Recovery Plus committee. And the next topic that we'll talk about is Eden, the Eden Chief Delegate meetings, not Chef Delegate meetings. So the Eden Chief Delegates recently met for their third and their fourth meetings since being elected in last month, and they shared many helpful updates and insightful conversations about Eden. So some of the big updates include that Edgar Fernandez shared a post for Eden Delegates accounting standard. So this is something that he ran on. This was his main platform, and basically it's to help Eden increase transparency and accountability for Eden delegate funding, so we can know where funding is going to and have a format and a formula. It's very well thought out, so that's very helpful to see and great to see Edgar's excellent work. There's also a post from Chuck McDonald looking for a technical lead to help develop the Eden software further, which is also, of course, very important to have that technical team leading. So all interested developers are encouraged to reach out. And it also seems like Edgar's company, Idenya, is interested in helping with this as well. And they have a very helpful team. And there's many great development teams in EOS, of course, too. And this is important. So I'm glad to see that Chuck has taken this initiative. Michael O'Sullivan also spoke about an initiative to grow the community with potentially Twitter Spaces and media outreach. And Brock also spoke about spreading the word with Eden at conferences, maybe an Eden Con at some point, Eden Conference. And Gracie shared some really inspiring messages about the value of community relationships in Eden. And then also, in big news, breaking news from Bywire, the chief delegates also ratified the bylaws proposed by the previous chief delegates. So the next Eden election will be on July 9th. 2022, so just like 2 months from now or so. And there's also several other bylaws that were ratified that will be very helpful for the community. I think you can learn more about these in this post from Chris Barnes on the EOS community forums, where he details what bylaws were passed. And then you can also see more great summaries from Chris Barnes, who's recently become, I believe, the secretary for the Eden Chief Delegates on the Bywire site, which is Michael O'Sullivan's company, who's the chief delegate. So Chris has been making some really great summaries, so you can read the summaries here and learn lots of helpful information for a quick overview about what's going on in these Eden elections. And it's quite detailed too. So I love to see all the detail, very helpful to see. And yeah, of course, you can also see and watch and listen to all of these Chief Delegate meetings on Odyssey and on YouTube. And yeah, I'm absolutely thrilled to see all these great developments with Eden and all the things that the Eden Chief Delegates are doing. And I'm looking forward to listening to the next Eden Chief Delegate calls and participating and helping out with all this great progress in Eden. So very, very cool and very exciting. Go Eden, go EOS. I see lots of comments in the chat here. Hello, EOS Nation. And yes, smash the likes if you're an EOS supporter. Absolutely. Hey, Evan. Hey, Soa. And go EOS. Absolutely. Buy Wire News. Go EOS. Moro, it's great to see you. I agree. Hello, everyone. Go EOS. CSX, it's great to see the team from CSX here. I was talking with Dwayne recently on a Practically call, so really cool to see all the great support here. Ian Wood and Veronica, hey everybody, fire, good, recover, yes, absolutely, fiery, spicy peppers, go EOS. Thanks everybody for the support and for being here, for helping the EOS ecosystem. I know there's a lot of really great EOS community members in the chat right now and in the world out there in general. So yeah, thanks for being here. And also, as we were saying, as EOS Nation was saying, smash the likes to help spread the word about EOS. We have a lot of great developments here, and I want to help empower the world with the benefits of EOS. If you want to help spread the word, which I highly recommend, it'll be very helpful for everybody, then like this video, subscribe for more great videos from EOS Nation, and share with friends. And these will all very much help the EOS ecosystem and very much help everybody in the world, creating like immense value for everybody with EOS. So much potential. So share it. And thanks again for being here. We also have a Party Cracker giveaway today. We're giving away many great EOS NFTs with many great EOS projects. So if you want to have a chance at winning some great EOS NFTs with Party Crackers, then comment on this tweet with your account name. This is the most recent tweet on the EOS Nation channel. So you just write your EOS account name, comment, and then you'll be entered for a chance to win a Party Cracker with great EOS NFTs. And on, go EOS. That's right. Hello, PPD, and yo. Speaking of yo and cool things, we have top blockchain games. So the top blockchain games in the world are on EOS VM, virtual machine. So this week, Eve shared a tweet showing how 4 out of the 5 top blockchain games in the world are built with EOSIO, EOS VM. So there's amazing games like Splinterland and Upland and Alien Worlds and Farmers World that have many players, many players that love to play blockchain games that are only possible on EOSIO, of course, because of the excellent performance of EOS and how EOS is orders of magnitude more powerful than other blockchains. And it can completely revolutionize the gaming blockchain system and the gaming ecosystem in the world. So we're seeing that now. And I'm glad that Eve shared this tweet. You can also see the tweet from League of Guilds, which describes it in more detail. It shows how many players are playing and across the various ecosystems. So players are playing on Wax and EOS. And of course, there's Upland with the amazing llama, and they've been doing lots of exciting things with amazing art. And there's Alien Worlds who are also doing some hugely successful stuff on EOSIO, as well as Farmers World. So it's really great to see all these great games on EOSIO. And as Eve said, 2022 can be a year of GameFi, game finance, and DAGs, decentralized autonomous guilds on EOS. So combination of DAOs and games is super exciting. You can check out the links in the description to see more. And also there's a Trust EVM coming too. So game developers will be even more empowered to make amazing games on EOS and really bring blockchain gaming to the mainstream and help people be able to play to earn and play awesome, really fun games while earning. So check out the links in the description. I'm looking forward to playing some blockchain games with EOS. And yeah, it's amazing to see. I mean, it makes sense that so many games would pick EOS technology, and yet it's still really awesome to see 4 of the top 5 games are built using EOS VM. So really cool. Thanks, Eves, for sharing that tweet, and thanks for the great game developers and all the great gamers out there. We got lots more great games coming. Another thing that will help make great games come or help facilitate great games on EOS is the Mandel upgrade, the Mandel consensus upgrade. So this week during the weekly Mandel upgrade meeting, 16 EOS community leaders met to share the latest updates regarding the upgrade. During this week's meeting, the participants discussed many topics like the Docker image testing and documentation. They finalized the support survey with EOS support, and they are prioritizing features from version 2 and also testing transaction lifestyle features that OCI was developing too, to make transactions be much smoother in the future versions of Mandel. There's much more. There's also a tweet with a summary here from the ENF. And again, I would recommend retweeting these and getting the word out. And you can also see a detailed overview of all the different links or of all the different topics in the YouTube video, and that is in the links in the description. And you can also see summaries on GitHub too, with summaries and videos too. And so that's great to see. Thank you to all the EOS developers who are helping with EOS Mandel. And then we also have the weekly EOSIO Coalition meeting. So also developing EOS and EOSIO. So leaders of WAX and EOS and Telos and the UX network met for the EOSIO Coalition meeting this week to develop the future of EOSIO. They started by prioritizing the top 20 items to make request proposals to improve EOSIO. Most of these items were in the blue papers, the excellent blue papers, and requests will be sent out to teams who created the blue papers first. You can check out the full video over here, and there's also links in the description here, so you can jump precisely to the topics that interest you most. So yeah, one of the topics they discussed quite a bit, and also discussed in the Scalability Plus working group, was transaction speed and faster finality. So that'll be very helpful also for games. And they also talked about SDKs from the Wallet Plus Blue Paper, which will greatly help developers operate apps smoothly. And it seems like that is a development that will be highly prioritized and coming soon. So yeah, you can check out the full video here, links in the description, of course. And there's also clips. And also there's the EOSIO Coalition report that was released last week too, that shows some updates, like how the first $2 million worth of funding has been deposited in EOS MSIG. So you can read this to learn about the progress with the EOSIO Coalition, this unprecedented coalition that's doing great work on here in the weekly report. So that's cool, very cool. Thank you to all the great EOSIO developers out there. Check it out if you're interested. A lot of great developments going on. And finally, we have the EOS Community Fireside Chat. So this week, we met with many EOS community members, many passionate and amazing EOS community members, and it seems like everybody's doing amazing work. We had a really excellent discussion. These chats are always super fun and helpful. I've attended all of these. We started doing them a few months ago, and I highly recommend joining them. I highly recommend checking out all this stuff, but also especially these EOS community fireside chats. Anyone can attend, and it's a really great opportunity to ask questions directly to some of the really amazing builders and community leaders on EOS. So you can speak with Eve, and you can speak with Zach, and you can speak with Brendan Lovejoy from the EOS Network Foundation and the Palmetto team and the teams working on Yield Plus and so many different projects. So this week we discussed a lot of exciting topics, a lot of helpful topics. It was a great discussion. And also similarly to the previous two videos I featured, you can check out all the topics in the YouTube description and find exactly what parts interest you most. So some big topics that we discussed this week were Yield Plus to increase yield, and the Recover Plus, which we talked about before. Also the Eden Expansion Group, which I've been taking part in to help educate about EOS and about fractal governance and all the benefits like that. We're working with high school, so it's very cool to develop this curriculum that can help educate people around EOS all around the world. So Chris Barnes shared a great update about that. You can check out also, there's been some clips, quite a few clips that the ENF has been creating. So they've been scaling out the production content creation team to make great clips from these fireside chats. So you can check out like this clip about Yield Plus to learn more about increasing yield and liquidity on EOS from Denny Carriere, which is a great clip. And then there's also more about the Yield Plus Blue Paper. And then there's also another great clip with Eva LaRose and Zach sharing big smiles and sharing happiness about how the Trust EVM will launch as an IDO and introduce lots of capital and really helpful momentum and growth into the EOS ecosystem. So yeah, I very much appreciate all these great clips, and I very much enjoy these these fireside chats. Oh, and also during the fireside chat too, there was an announcement. Brendan Lovejoy shared that he is writing and doing an interview series with developers in the EOS ecosystem. So the first one came out this week. It is a very well written and in-depth interview with the director of engineering. I believe his name is pronounced Areg Herepshian, but I might be incorrect there. But he's an excellent developer. He recently joined the ENF. He's been building on EOS since the first version of EOS back in 2018. And this developer series is really great to see and really insightful. So I'm looking forward to seeing to learning more about all the great developers in EOS, and it's also called Architects of Consensus. And Brendan has a great writing style and great interviewing style, and there's so many great developers. So it's great to see it. I love to see the great work. Thanks everybody for being on the Fireside Chat and helping to make these meetings great, helping to make these great content. Yeah. And then also this week, this upcoming week, we decided that we'll do the Fireside Chat on Twitter Spaces. So that'll make it easier for people to join and learn about EOS and help grow the EOS community. So I love to see that. It's very helpful doing on Twitter Spaces. It makes it much easier and so it's a really great opportunity to get to speak with EOS community leaders, and then also on Twitter Spaces to introduce EOS to people who aren't as familiar with the EOS ecosystem and aren't in Discord. So I hope to see you there. I'm looking forward to it very much. As always, the EOS Fireside Chat will be on Wednesday at 19 UTC. And I think it'll be a really fun meeting. There also might be some great special guests. So anyway, there's been a whole lot of great progress that we talked about today. Lots of exciting developments happening in the EOS ecosystem as always, and ever more as momentum builds and lots of amazing things are happening. I still see, or rather I see lots of enthusiasm more in the chat that I hadn't checked back. So yep. Absolutely. We've been going weekly for almost 3 years now. Yep, this is Hot Sauce 150. So amazing work from the EOS Nation team. And yeah, spicy times. Thanks everybody so much for being here. It's amazing to see all the progress. Thanks for watching the Hot Sauce. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for taking part and helping to make all this amazing developments in the EOS community. So much exciting stuff happening. And yeah, I'm thrilled to be sharing it with you now. Had a great time today here, and I hope you've had a great time too. And I'm very much looking forward to all the exciting news and thrilling news that we'll have on next week's Hot Sauce. Until then, remember to keep it spicy. Like and subscribe and share to help grow EOS. Go EOS, and thanks everybody. Have a great day. See you next week. Go EOS. Go EOS.